Yo, what's good, my YouTube family? How was your Thanksgiving? How was your holiday? In today's episode, we are gonna look at 4 videos, okay? And after each video, I'm gonna give my thoughts. This should be fun. Let's start with the first video.
If a woman falls short in a relationship, the public's idea is that the man failed in some type of way. Even if she cheated, he probably wasn't paying attention to her. He wasn't attentive. He might have cheated first. The immediate assumption is he deserves it, or he didn't provide an environment for her to be her best, most optimal self. But the reverse is not the case. If he cheated, it's because he's a shitty individual, point blank, period.
Yeah.
There's no thought of where she failed or how she wasn't accommodating of him or how whatever the case may be. So it's almost like the only human in a relationship is the woman.
Yeah.
The only person who's deserving of consideration or sympathy is the woman. And I think that's part of the reason why a lot of dudes check out, because not only do women not think we should have standards, we don't think we should have standards. We don't think we should have we blame ourselves. If her not wet, it's my fault. If my don't get hard, it's my fault.
Without doubt. That's true. You want me to listen to you, but you don't want to listen to me.
But it's still your fault.
It's still your fault.
You didn't create an environment for her to be attentive.
Exactly.
This, and that.
Where was the lie? Where was the lie? It's just like when you're walking on the street, you see a woman physically abusing a man, slapping, punching, kicking, attacking, scratching, whatever it may be. You see, and when people are around, people just look and keep going. Some will even laugh. Hell, I've seen videos on YouTube on one of those experimental where they do experiment videos on YouTube. I've seen where in some cases other men, while laughing, help out the sister and throw some punches at the male. Even though it's an experiment. They don't know it's an experiment. But they come in and help the woman punching on the man. You see? But flip it. If a man just talking loud and looking aggressive towards a woman, everybody will jump on him. And this is exactly why women in this country, in America, are so emboldened, are so entitled, that's why they flex. You can see a 5'2" woman barking at a 6'3", 250-pound man. Why? Because she knows she can do whatever she want to do to this man in public. Nobody will do anything about it. But as soon as that man just ever walks towards her in an aggressive way, everybody will come for that man. You understand what I'm saying? So this brother is 100% correct. No matter what happens, the blame is always on the man. Let's keep going. Hello, welcome to Reactions and Reviews. I'm your humble host, Eze. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show.
I hate when y'all say, I'm not doing wifely duties for a man, and it just be cooking. What? Since when does wifely duties begin and end in the kitchen? We talking about cooking? We not talking about praying for a man, reminding him about annual checkups, sewing that hole in his pants that he ripped at work, reminding him that his car insurance is due on the 15th. We not talking about none of that. We just talking about cooking. If you have a sentimental attachment to cooking, I'm not talking about y'all. But if you're just doing it out of spite because you still ain't got a ring, that's no bueno. I'm talking about that woman who act like she can't make that man a plate of her shrimp Alfredo because that's wifely duties. But what about the husband duties? What if that man decided, you know what? I don't want to pay for everything. I don't want to stand on the outside of the curb in case a car jumps the sidewalk and hits both of us. It's an intruder in the middle of the night and I don't want to protect you because that's husbandly duties. He gonna do all that for a girl who can't even make him a plate of her Alfredo? Some women will tell you they do not want to do wifely duties, but expect their man to do husband duties. Reciprocate. You have to be willing to do one to get the other. I say this with love and a hit dog on holler. A majority of the women who I see complaining that they don't want to cook for a man because it's wifely duties are women who can't cook. Once you get the flick of the wrist, you don't care.
Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you. You see, like I always say on this channel, women of these days, the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, the 20s on down. They want those kind of men. They really do. Irrelevant to how much money they're making. She can be a 6-figure woman and her man could be making only 40 or 50,000 a year. Guess what? She still wants that man to be traditional. She still wants that man to take care of everything. And the man, they're not dare not open his mouth to say, hey, baby, I need help with this financially, he better not. Keep in mind, she's a 6-figure woman making more than him. Making more than him. The second that brother opens his mouth and asks for assistance financially, he's a brokey, he's a dusty, he's a beggar, he's a loser, he's this, he's that. But forgetting this man makes less than you, and he's the one that's paying all the bills. Now, what is she doing with her money? What is she doing with her money? If the man is paying all the bills and she's saving her money, then what is she doing with it? If you made it this far, hit that like button and leave a comment to trigger YouTube's algorithm. So hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to let you know every time I upload a new video.
This is going to trigger a lot of women. And if it triggers you, that means it was meant for you. I don't avoid the truth just because someone's ego is not ready to take it. A lot of women proudly say I have standards, but what they really mean is, I want a man who gives me everything while I give the bare minimum. You want a man who's emotionally mature, financially stable, loyal, masculine, emotionally intelligent, while you can't handle accountability. You don't know how to communicate. You expect him to read your mind. You don't want a partnership. You want a provider, a therapist, a mind reader, all in one man. You demand emotional maturity, but you get defensive the moment you're called out. You want consistency, but chase men who give you anxiety because chaos feels exciting. You say you want a masculine leader, but reject anything that requires you to show up feminine. You call it high standards, but it's really just entitlement. Standards aren't about what you demand from others. Standards are about what you demand from yourself. If you want emotional maturity, heal your triggers. If you want consistency, stop entertaining inconsistency. If you want depth, stop showing up shallow. If you want leadership, be someone worth leading. And that's why you keep getting hurt. Not because good men don't exist, but because you're not the woman your ideal man would choose. Build your standards on your character, not fantasies. Because when you call entitlement empowerment or feminism, it's not confidence, it's delusion.
Exactly. And going by her accent, going by the way she talks, she's not an American. She is not an American. She's a foreigner. Even she knows what's going on with American women. Even she can see it. I mean, even Stevie Wonder can see what's going on with American women. And they're one-sided bullshit. You want a man to take care of you, but you want to contribute nothing. You want to contribute absolutely nothing. Man, fuck out of here with that, man. Fuck out of here.
When a man finally makes it, the loudest voice in the room is often the one saying, but she was there with you when you had nothing. But here's the question no one really asks. What was she doing while she was there? Being present and being a partner are not the same thing. A lot of women didn't build. They didn't plan. They didn't pray. They didn't push. They didn't invest, inspire, or even try to understand the vision. All they did was stay. They sat beside the grind, but they didn't carry any weight. They stood next to the dream, but they never added a single brick. These kind of women were simply there. And they were there waiting like a hawk, waiting like an eagle, waiting like a vulture, waiting for the day they could say, I was around before the success. As if proximity alone deserves a prize. Existence by itself is not effort. And being in the same room is not the same as helping to build the house. When a man evolves and that man chooses a partner who actually matched his growth instead of merely witnessing it, my brother, that's not betrayal. People must learn to stop confusing endurance with effort. If she didn't build anything with you, she's not entitled to anything from you. And the key word is entitled. And please don't come in the comments talking about the outliers and children, and we're not talking about that. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, so stop trying to warp my words to fit your narrative.
Now, what do you guys think? Do you agree or do you disagree? Either way, leave your comments below so we can start this conversation. Until the next video, stay safe in the streets. Later. That will wrap it up for today's episode. And thank you for joining me. So please, leave a comment below. If you agree, if you disagree, it doesn't matter. Leave the comment below. And also, you tell me what you want me to cover. You tell me what you want me to discuss and what you want me to react to. Okay? And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you on the next episode. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let's rebuild the Black nuclear family. It is needed. Okay? God bless.